Hi, I'm Trent Albers, and this is another episode of Policing with Pride. Today, we've got Chief Chris Whitted with us, newly appointed Chief for the Papillion Police Department. How does it feel to get through that process and be in this position?
Well, it feels amazing just to be done with the process like that. It's extremely stressful in a lot of ways. You're still having to do the jobs here and getting things done, but at the same token, you have to put your best foot forward and compete for that position. But I worked hard and things worked out, and I believe God's got a plan, and it came to fruition here. And I've got a lot of work ahead of me now, but it feels good to have that behind me and now just be able to focus solely on the job.
Very cool. Just to give people a background on you, you've been at the police department for quite a while now already.
I have been here for 27 years, started my career here, but it doesn't seem that long ago. It's flew by, to be quite honest with you. I've held about every position you can within the PD, so I feel very fortunate to bring that knowledge and experience with me. I've been road patrol, I've been a narcotics detective, I've been on the SWAT team, a sergeant, a lieutenant, a deputy chief, and now chief. So I've got a tremendous amount of experiences as well as some great mentors in the past that have shown me, the right and the wrong way to do things. Papillion's been my home all of that time.
I was going to say, you're a hometown guy.
I absolutely am. I've been here for most of my life. Went through grade school here at Carriage Hill, the junior high, and then Papillion Monarch High School. So Papillion is home. I don't plan on ever moving anywhere else, and it's truly an honor to be the chief here of your hometown. I'm extremely excited to have that opportunity, having been raised here, to bring that knowledge at Papillion to try to keep that hometown feel, but yet manage this growth that we all know is coming, and put my best foot forward and our best foot forward.
What's your vision for the department?
We are a very strong oriented community policing philosophy, and that's an important piece of what we want to do going forward, because again, as we continue to grow, we have to manage that growth with hiring employees that fit our current culture, that understand Papillion's a different place. It's a special place. This is a special department. So I suppose the first order of duty is just really maintaining our exceptional hiring practices and finding the right people that have the right fit to continue not only that community policing oriented philosophy, but understand that Papillion is policed a special way. We need to continue to find empathetic and caring officers, those that are guardians as well as warriors that will go out and enforce the law. And we need to make sure that we manage all of that growth. Moreover, there's just a number of numerous challenges that will continue to face us. So we need to be ready to address those challenges well. But I think the biggest culture is just maintain our current community policing philosophy, but yet not losing our current identity, not only with the citizens, but with the current employees that we have.
Certainly, the climate in the past couple of years has been challenging for police. Where do you think the Papillion Police Department fits in that picture?
Well, I feel very strongly where former Chief Lyons and I have moved the department in that direction and where we currently stand regarding the current climate. It is challenging, and it is something that we need to maintain awareness of. It's been challenging for the officers in some ways that seem like their profession is under constant attack by the media and certain groups. But at the same token, we need to recognize where there are places we can change or do better in certain situations. Following the incident with George Floyd, we looked at President Barack Obama's 21st Century Task Force on Policing much more closely. We looked at President Trump's executive order on policing that came out following that incident. We looked at some other initiatives, and we feel very good about where we're sitting with those action items or those recommendations that have been made by those groups. There are approximately 87 action items or recommendations from the task force on policing that out of 156 that apply to like local law enforcement, and we've actually looked at 87 of those that we felt really apply to like our situation here, and we've adopted about 70-80% of those or already had them in place. Being a CALEA accredited organization, we're far ahead, I think, of some departments, certainly those that are smaller or out west, in those regards, because we already do many of those things that is mandated by CALEA. CALEA probably, truth be told, gets a lot of their directives and their recommendations or requirements from different bodies and organizations that were used or were involved in the makeup of the 21st Century Task Force recommendations. So we're already well ahead and have met a lot of those requirements.
What's the next step for you as chief? Now that you're in the seat, what's been the first actions of business, I guess?
It's exciting, but also overwhelming. Sometimes you don't know where to start because there's so many ideas and so many things you want to do and so many things that you want to implement. I think though you just got to take it one day at a time. Certainly, there's some meetings I need to have not only with my staff but outside organizations. There are some initiatives that we want to present, but those may involve new general orders or new policies or processes on how we do things. So you want to work through those issues. We've got some hiring to do now. We've got to hire a new deputy chief. We have a new recruit process taking place soon. So I would encourage anybody watching this that wants to be part of the Plymouth Police Department to definitely wait for that announcement and submit an application. We're looking to always create more diversity within our organization. And so we'll work hard in our recruiting practices as well to try and influence more individuals to give policing a shot. I say that if it's a problem, then come over and help us make it better, because this organization is full of good men and women that want to do just that. They take great pride in what they do here, and they truly want to make this one of the best police departments in the state as well as the country. And they have a culture. They want to protect that culture. And it's a culture full of empathetic and kind officers that want to put their best foot forward. And those are the kind of people we're looking for.